what I see now is these like surfaces. Now what we can do, since they are these surfaces, we can connect this here. And if we preview this off, at least this guy off, and preview this on, we see the blacks as my glazing. So what I can do is, or we can connect this to here as well, preview this off, and now we can. But what we see here is, since if they are the glazings, why don't we have the same colors, right? Why don't we have the same colors? So we can put this same swatch and make it sort of a bluish, or in this case it can stay as white. Let me remove this from this group and group this itself. And what we can say is, okay, I want this to be a bit more like a bluish and something like this, maybe complete blue. Okay, the good thing is we have the blues now as my glazing. It's again fully parametric. Okay, but what is happening for this panels here that is surrounding the glazing? So for that one, what we need to do is we need to create a surface in between these polylines and these polylines. And if we switch back to our exercise file here, again, if I go to top view, what I need to do is I need to create a surface in between this surface, this curve, and this curve, right? So you can say, okay, I can loft these two together. Okay, that sort of works. But you see, it creates a sort of a poly surface by using these connections over here. And if you can hover over, you see that it's an open BRAP, which is a poly surface. And what I can do to avoid this is basically, if I can come over to boundary surfaces, and if I connect this as my boundary surface, connect this as my boundary surface, you see, when you connect two surfaces, two closed curves, boundary surface will take the overlap or it will take the difference and convert it into a surface. So I'll be using the same logic over here, but I should be a bit careful with the data types. Okay, so if I grab another boundary surface, connect this guy and connect this guy, let's see what we have in my perspective view. You see, there's nothing changed, and I only created this one. And if I preview this off, you'll see that the inside of it is empty. So I can also take this, put this over, connect this, make it black, make it a group, and pull out a scribble and say panel. Okay, this is my panel, and maybe even like adding this to this group. And I can do the very same thing for below as well. Copy this and paste it, and this guy connects here, this guy connects here. Convert this into white, maybe. Okay, and maybe this two can be into one single group, and these two can be in one single group, and they might be called opening, and put this here and opening as well. All right, so this is basically what we have done so far, but it's still a bit like loose. And what we want to do is to add some sort of like a sauce on it by adding sort of attractor, but let's see. I mean, when we increase this, they all change. Obviously, the more number we supply, the more time it takes to compute this. A lot of like triangulation and so on and so forth. And this is what we have done for, and obviously if we take this surface, if we take this curve, if we take this curve and I don't know, like with like this, we'll see that it's being followed by our algorithm. So that is pretty much it for this video, and in the next one I'll be talking about how we can add attractor points to this equation.